Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you to 11th Hour Games for the game key. We're going to be taking a look at last Epoch, and we are running version 1082. This is currently $34.99 USD on Steam. For more information, check the video description below.
The shard seems to have taken me somewhere. Yet,
Also change the back grip buttons as bumpers.
I cannot do that.
Well, that's not doing anything. There we go. That'll do something.
I cannot do that.
Alright, screwed him up. Trying to remember everything that we had loaded here. Also trying not to accidentally waste health too. All these games kind of swap buttons around. I play way too many of them, so I forget which one's the health, and I always end up in this one. Always end up hitting left bumper, thinking it's like an ability or a skill. We will be doing a playthrough on the channel. Not sure which one I'm gonna be. I've been kind of dabbling with everybody, so I've been really enjoying like the Sentinel. I didn't really like initially, but once you kind of start getting that spin attack, he's a lot more bearable. Because in the beginning I felt like he was kind of like a very underpowered melee player compared to the Rogue. The Rogue seems OP. I don't know how that dude got where he is, because the Rogue is always kind of like in the short end of the stick in a lot of these games, especially at the beginning. Like I remember struggling a lot in Diablo 3 as a Rogue, because I mean I think I only had was like a bow and arrow in the beginning. I think I was only like an archer in the beginning, so it's a lot harder to try to get things, especially like when you're going into like a dungeon and you're easily outnumbered. It's a small quarter area and it's difficult to just kind of maneuver around anywhere. Okay, we got them all. Yeah, so like the Rogue here, man, you pull out that dagger initially and he is super fast. And it's not just so much that he's fast, very powerful for like just kind of like your starter. Then I went to Sentinel and I was like, oh man, this is like a lot slower. It's a lot slower, but doesn't feel as effective. And especially the Rogue, if you do pick up a sword and loot, oh my god, it is like basically a lot better version of what you were getting initially as a Sentinel. Oh, he moved. There you go. Don't mind my playing abilities right now. I am trying to look through a light with a microphone in my face and recording this on my phone on a mount. So it's not optimal, I would say. But I don't do a lot of Steam Deck or Switch Let's Plays, because it's very difficult to see. To try to give you like a good angle of it, it's suffering on my end, because I can't see anything. Like sometimes I try to look at the actual screen, but it's kind of fogged with the light that I'm trying to give it, so you don't get glare with the angle that you're looking at from your perspective. And then I try looking at my phone, and that doesn't always work because that's slightly delayed from what's actually happening. I was gonna try to take him easy, but then I realized he wasn't really doing health. I was just being too conservative. I thought he was actually being more effective than what he showed.
And who are you?
Before we talk, let's go over here. Oh, it was like they stopped short, like right there. I was looking at all the builds, and man, the druid is kind of nice. You start with a wolf. I've got acolyte, of course, is always gonna feel OP with a necromancer. You always have some sort of a minion. I felt like that was not a shocker, starting with a bunch of skeletons already. I felt like that was very typical in these games.
I cannot do that.
But I did like that the druid does start with a wolf, and he's just one wolf. You not like 3 skeletons, and then you get your totem a little bit after, and you got that leap, what they call it, the fury leap or something like that. And then the other one I was considering was, I mean, right now we're playing mage, and I was playing mage for a while, so I kind of want to change it up a little bit. So I was considering rogue or druid. But then I got that spin attack for Sentinel, and I was like, oh, that's pretty fun. Because he kind of lacks range in the beginning, but then he gets that super effective, as they call it, spin to win skill, and man, it's hyper effective. I don't know if it's gonna reach it. No, it did. Okay, thought it was gonna be short. What the hell? Would you come out of his butt or something? How did you reappear? Unless you never left.
I cannot do that.
Oh, I angled it wrong. We'll be playing this and then some V Rising more on the channel. Hope you guys are into that stuff. Oh, they're good guys. Again, hard to see. That's why I have the green health bar, which I should have paid attention to. Okay, killed them all. Yeah, so again, this is just kind of showing you that based off of the most recent update, we're playing it on May 21st. I don't know if the last update didn't have anything in the notes stating that they did anything in terms of memory leaks or Steam Deck compatibility or performance. But with that CryoUtilities and kind of putting everything low settings, I mean, you can't really tell from your vantage point, and you could play closer, but I feel like these games are best being isometric or top down, that you can't really tell that it's low. And I mean, there's a lot of levels that are dark too, so like that really kind of helps with a lot of the aesthetics and stuff. You can't really see all the minor details because lighting's very poor on purpose. But anyways, again, this is just kind of showing you that, I mean, it does play well. You're getting more than half hour to 40 minutes or so. Like, I think it was the other night I was playing and I was swapping out all those builds, and I think I was maybe playing 30 minutes at a time per class. So like that's a good amount of time for it to crash on me, and it never did. And then plus I also reopened it several more times after, and I have not restarted since. Still playing days later and not having issues. I think we had like a minor hiccup at the very beginning as soon as we kind of spawned in. But outside of that, I think it's been kind of very smooth for the most part, and 100% very playable. Perhaps not with a light reflecting off the screen, not looking through a phone camera, not with a microphone in your face, but just normal on your lap or in front of you sitting on a sofa. This thing is a perfect game to play. In fact, I think I dumped a lot of action RPGs on the Steam Deck recently. So you got about 2 hours and 5 minutes. 87%. I think we started at 99%, and maybe we've played for 15 minutes or so. So you're gonna get a good amount of time here, maybe 2.5 hours ish, depending on what's happening and the brightness of your screen and a lot of other factors. So you're going to get a good amount of time playing this game. And that CryoUtilities is just super helpful. Again, I'm not fully versed with what it's actually doing in the background. I think it's just kind of allocating a lot more, I think it's RAM that it's doing. So the game doesn't have as fast of a memory leak, or at least crash a lot sooner. And then I think it might give you a couple frames. But I mean, right now we're running like 50, and it'll bounce from like 50 to 60. Thank you to 11th Hour Games for the game key, and this was last Epoch. And we are running version 1082. This game is currently $34.99 on Steam, and for more info, check the video description below. And we will catch you in the next one. Later.